everyone! Good morning, good evening, or good night, I don't know. This is night in Sicily. Thank you, Rosalia, for giving me the microphone.
Let me switch! Ciao, dear Sicily lovers!
Ciao, ciao!
Ciao, ciao, guys! Love from Sicily!
So, the position of my arms was not casual. We are in front, we are just a few meters far from Porta Nuova, the one of the most beautiful gates of the ancient town in Palermo.
Yes.
And let me show. Can you see some statues? So they represent the four Moorish. They show the Arab domination here in Sicily about 1,000 years ago. And as you can see, two of them have the arms cutted and cut. Other two Moorishes have the arms crossed. It means the overcoming by the Normans, by the Christians. Normans came to Sicily in the 11th century and overcome the Arabs, the Moorish. And so this is Porta Nuova. Look at that. I'm gonna switch because it's better. So this is one of the entrances, one of the gates of the old town. The Arabs are described in their overcoming. They, Normans fought against the Muslims, the Arabs, and so this is the sign of the victory for the Christians.
And it's time, Gianca, to enjoy our walking tour through the Cassaro, the oldest street that we have in Palermo.
Just let me say something. The Arabs gave up. Rosalia and I will never give up. So let's start our walking tour in the oldest streets in Palermo. This is our last hour, not day, hour of freedom, because in 1 hour we will be in lockdown again. So
for 2 weeks.
Let's start our tour. Da dove iniziamo?
We go through the Porta Nuova.
Aspetta, tieni.
And we can go along the Cassaro.
Tieni.
Guys, this
non capisco perché non funziona più il...
Non switchare troppo. Guys, this is our gift for you because as Gianca already told you, this is our last day, our last hour of freedom, and so we decide to take the car, drive to Palermo, to gift you with this walking tour to enjoy Palermo by night. And you will discover Palermo it's a strange Palermo because it's Saturday night here in Sicily, but as you can see, it seems an empty, a ghost city. And it's crazy, guys, because it's Saturday night. So And this is I feel strange because this is our last hour of freedom, because at 10 p.m. We have to come back to our house because there is the coprifuoco. I don't remember coprifuoco in English, but you can go out.
It's a sort of lockdown.
And for 2 weeks we are again in lockdown, but we never give up. And so
Let me show
we
you
are here.
the palace of the Normans.
Yes, this beautiful palace, this is for you. You can say something.
This is the palace of the Normans, the royal palace in Palermo. Now it's the location of the Sicilian parliament, the Sicilian government. Because you know Sicily belongs to Italy, but Sicily has just like an independence in some areas. So Sicily is a special region with its autonomy, its own parliament, its own government. And again, this is the back of Porta Nuova. Again, one of the entrances, one of the oldest gates of the ancient town.
Gianca, don't forget to say something about the inside of this place. There is the beautiful Cappella
Sure.
Palatina,
I have to switch again.
and it's a UNESCO site.
So if you come to Palermo, if you visit Palermo, don't miss the opportunity to enter this beautiful palace, because you can find one of the best. How do you say? It's not only a masterpiece. I used to say every time. I always say masterpiece, but in this case, actually, is a masterpiece. We are talking about the Palatine Chapel. It was the private chapel of Frederick II, the King of Sicily, during his kingdom in the 1300. And now you can see beautiful mosaics, an amazing roof made by the Arabs, beautiful painting made by the Byzantines. That's why we used to say the Arab-Norman style. And as Rosalia said, it's a UNESCO site. So if you come to Palermo, don't miss it. Don't miss this opportunity. It's unbelievable. A beautiful, beautiful chapel. It's a tiny chapel, so don't expect the St. Peter in Vatican or the cathedral in Monreale. It's very, very small but unbelievable. And now we are approaching the beautiful cathedral.
Another masterpiece.
I didn't say. We are walking in the oldest street in Palermo. This street boasts about 2,700 years.
Yes.
So 2,700 of history, of heritage. That's the... sorry. And now, round the corner, you will see the beautiful cathedral. So, this is called the plain of the cathedral. And now, ready for wow? Look at that.
Come up.
Rosalia, look at the orange trees.
Wow. Yes, in Sicily Sicily, of course, it's time to enjoy citrus.
Yeah.
Maybe we can plan a live broadcast from your garden, picking mandarins.
Yeah, it's time to enjoy our amazing citrus. But now it's time to enjoy the beautiful Cathedral of Palermo. So this is a special cathedral outside. It's one of the best outside. Nothing really special inside. If you compare this cathedral with the Cathedral of Monreale, I think Monreale is better. No kidding. But this is absolutely amazing outside. It's a sort of fortified church. You can see the watchtower. You can see the dome. And I didn't say nothing about the superstar of this location. That's Santa Rosalia, our patron saint, the famous patron saint of Palermo. A saint who rescued Palermo from the pestilence. Yeah.
Yes.
We are talking about the 1600 when Palermo was suffering the pestilence, and Santa Rosalia rescued Palermitan people from the pestilence. And now we are descending. Can I say? You know, in Sicily we used to say salire e scendere, so go up and descend. It's not correct in English, but we used to say scendere il cassero or salire il cassero. It means taking the Via Vittorio Emanuele, the cassero, the road we are walking now.
In Sicilian?
To the sea. When we say go to the sea, take the cassero to the sea, we used to say scendiamo a mare.
Scendemo in Siciliano.
Scendemo in Sicilian. When we go in the opposite direction, so from the sea to the mountain, acchianiamo. And so
Ora scendemo.
Climb the cassero, just like it's a mountain. And now, let me switch again, because the cathedral is more interesting than me. Via Vittorio Emanuele is a beautiful road.
Pedestrian.
Now it's pedestrian. It's surrounded by beautiful ancient palaces. Many of them boast excellent frescoes, mosaics, painting. And as Rosalia said, it's pedestrian. That's the most important thing, because now you can enjoy your walking tour in Palermo in the most relaxing way, in the safest way. Now it's different because it's an unusual situation, because it's we are in a time of lockdown.
Yeah. Normally,
even if we are in Saturday night, you don't see anyone. Normally, we have a lot of people enjoying
the nightlife.
their drink, because in Sicily you can enjoy your aperitif, your drink, your cocktail while walking. It's not forbidden, and
Yes, this is important. We used to spend our nightlife outside, not inside the locals, the bars. We used to spend our night outside.
So this is a very unusual situation, and but we don't give up, guys.
No, never give up, guys. It's a strange
Dove
situation.
sei?
I'm here.
It's a strange view, just like Quentin Tarantino view from the from the level of the street. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking, but
Guys, we don't want to think about the lockdown because we are thinking about something really special. As you know, we are working on our beautiful project dedicated to all Sicily lovers all around the world. And so, I have a question for our friends, Gianca, about the website. Would you like to ask our friends? I'm curious.
we are working on a new project, as you know, dedicated on the best Sicilian artisans, artists. They only make handmade jobs.
Yes.
Excellent handmade products. And as you know, we are trying to to give you the possibility to have something, to have a piece of Sicily directly to you in your house. And so now we are working with the shipment companies, can I say? With the most important shipment companies, and we are working with our friend Francesco, who's working on our third brand new website.
Yes, and guess the URL.
The URL, guys. So.
Comments below. What's the name of the new website? Guess. Guess.
Let me switch again because we are approaching one of the most beautiful squares in Palermo. It's very sad to see this beautiful location empty. Usually, this is one of the most favorite locations from the young people. The Palermitan people used to gather here to drink, to enjoy their dinner. It's full of restaurants. It's full of pubs, bars, but now, as you can see, it's completely vacant, it's empty, and this is so sad.
It seems a ghost town.
But I want to, turn the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So behind me, you can see the statue of Charles V, the most important Spanish king. He ruled Sicily as well during his kingdom in the 1500, and he has. Rosalia, please help me because it's better.
Yes. Wait for me.
It's better you.
Here I am.
So Charles V is shown with his arm in this position. Can you see the hand? just like he says, please stop. But in Palermo, people from Palermo used to say it means the level of garbage in Palermo reached this point. Not now. Fortunately, many things have changed, and now Palermo, as you can see, is very clean. Out of some, how do you say, writings on the walls, the town is very, very clean. But this is the typical Sicilian irony. So this is the level of the garbage. Very, very high. Ciao Carlo. Salutiamo Carlo in Sicilian. Carlo, ciao. And this is the entrance of another beautiful palace. This is Palazzo Riso. It's the location now of the contemporary art. It's not windy, but if it was windy, you will see the Sicilian flag, the Italian flag, and the European flag. And now, Rosella, it's time to reach the most spectacular, how do you say? It's a square, yeah, it's a square. The Quattro Canti.
Gianca, we have to say that Palermo is one of the biggest city center.
In Europe, one of the biggest and one of the richest. You can compare Palermo city center with the city center in Naples, and in somehow with the Rome city center. And fortunately, we are restoring the most of the palaces, the most of the buildings. Churches didn't need to be restored because they were so good. And if you are passionate about religious architecture, if you are passionate about churches in Palermo, you will be satisfied because, be careful, Rosalia, there is a taxi. Oh, taxis are working. It's incredible. This is one of the most beautiful hotels we used to work to, right close to the, and another one right there. So we have two beautiful hotels facing each other. I don't want to say the names because I don't do advertising, but if you come to Palermo, if you want to visit Palermo, don't do the mistake to stay in distant location from the historic center. So choose your accommodation right here in the heart of the town. If you can, better to stay near the Quattro Canti or near the Massimo Opera House, another beautiful area. But now we are in front of the Quattro Canti. Rosella?
The beautiful square.
So it deserves a stop. And it deserves I stay in the perfect center of the square to introduce you some of the beauties of this square. But first, let me show some people. So Palermo is not so empty. So guys, Rosella, are you ready to talk about the Quattro Canti? No, never. She's never ready. She's never ready. So, i Quattro Canti.
Give me the camera.
Ok, non inquadrare troppo. Why do we call this square Quattro Canti? Quattro Canti means four corners, because you can see four different buildings. Actually, they are the four corners of an octagon. So it's, how'd you say, a figure with 8 sides, right?
Yes.
And each of these 4 buildings is full of beautiful statues. So, for example, let me start from the beginning. Which is the beginning? So, that's the beginning. That's the beginning. That's the starting point. Because at the first stage, at the first level, we have a representation of the seasons. So we start with the spring, right, Rosella? Primavera,
Yes.
the first season. At the second level, we have the political power. In this case, we are talking about Philip III, the Spanish king who ruled Sicily in the 1600. And at the third level, we have the religious power. So we have one of the 4 patron saints of Palermo before Santa Rosalia. Santa Rosalia was elected patron saint of Palermo in the 1600. But before we had 4 different patron saints, because in Sicily, you know, we have to exaggerate. We have to overdo, as always. So we didn't want just one patron saint. We had 4 patron saints. And I don't remember the name. I try to remember. Cristina, Oliva,
Sant'Agata, maybe? No.
Agata, and I don't remember. Sorry, guys. I'm my memory is betraying me. I'm my old man. So if we switch and we turn the camera, we can see another corner, and we see another representation of the seasons. So in this case, we talk about summer. Then we have Philip IV. Then we have another saint. Probably can be Christina or Agatha. I don't know. In another corner, we have the representation of the fall, of the autumn. Then we have Philip V and another saint. In the last corner, we have the winter time. We have Charles V again, and we have another saint. And at the top of each buildings, we have the same symbol, the eagle that represents the Sicilian parliament.
And there is a perfect circle.
So actually, it's an octagon, but it can be very similar to a circle, and it's also named the Theater of the Sun, because sun lights the square in every moment of the day, because that's the east. So the sun rises from that point. It's the Mediterranean, the Tyrrhenian Sea over there. And the sun falls down right there. That's the west. And now it's dark, but you could see in the daylight, you can see Monte Cuccio, one of the mountains that surrounds Palermo. Palermo is surrounded by mountains. The beautiful Conca d'Oro, just like the golden shell. It's a shell, a basin surrounded by mountains, and till the 50s, till the 60s, it was completely covered by citrus. That's why it was named Conca d'Oro, the golden shell, because of the color of the citrus, of the lemons in particular. Rosella, I would like to end our broadcast from the beautiful Pretoria Square, from the city hall with the most stunning fountain in Palermo. Sei d'accordo?
Yes, guys, as you can see, there are a lot of reasons to visit Palermo and to spend some days here. And Palermo is one of the best home bases.
Sorry,
to...
Rosalia.
No, you can
I
say.
got the microphone.
I'm just suggesting to spend some days here.
Guys, can you hear us? What about the quality of the audio? Can you hear us? Thumb up if you hear us. So this is behind me, you can see the Pretoria Square, also named the Fountain or the Square of the Shame, la Piazza della Vergogna in Italian. Vergogna, shame. Why shame? It's so beautiful. Rosella, come with me. So, look at that. Look at the dome. This is Santa Caterina Church, one of the most beautiful churches in the world, not only in Palermo. Beautiful, absolutely, so full of absolutely beautiful mosaics inside.
No, I'm not agree with you. There is another...
No, this is a secret. Don't say it. Don't say it. I know what you're thinking. Guys, no, out of the joke, if you come to Palermo, don't miss Santa Caterina, but not for the mosaics, not for the beautiful paintings or the statues, but for the cannoli. I'm not joking. They still make cannoli inside the church. It was the church of the cloister nuns, and cloister nuns don't live here yet, but some people into the church used to make the best cannoli in Palermo for sure, and they still respect the authentic recipe from the nuns. So if you come to Palermo, that's your place. But I was talking about the reason why this place is named the Fountain of the Shame, the Square of the Shame. So you have one church, you have the City Hall, also named Palazzo delle Aquile. Can you see the eagles? No? Come with me, Rosella. There's a big eagle right on the top of the entrance. And another church over there. They are restoring the dome, but this is also a beautiful church. It's named San Joseph Church. And so, as you can see, the square is surrounded by two churches. So now look at the statues of the of the fountain. Rosella. This way? Okay. So I can see some naked men, naked women, some mythologic figures, some angels, some animals.
Stop here.
I show you the animals. So the most of those statues are naked. As you can see, the most of the statues are completely naked, and it was a sort of scandal. We are talking about the 1500. As you can see, some statues have been mutilated by someone. Can you guess who was the guilty?
Andiamo lassù?
So the guilty were some priests, some nuns who have been offended by this scandal. It was a scandal for that time, for that age. And so they say they took a hammer and destroyed some statues. That's why it's still named Piazza della Vergogna, the fountain or the square of the shame. So this is not the official name, because the official name is Piazza Pretoria, Fontana Pretoria. But everybody in Palermo named this square Fountain or Square of the Shame. Now let's take the staircase to Santa Caterina. Of course, it's closed now, but we can enjoy a view, a better view. Oh, look at that. Arriviamo alla Martorana a questo punto.
Adesso andiamo da qua. Guys, what do you think about Palermo? Comment below.
And now it's time to the last stop. Our last step in Palermo. Our last step in our walking tour of Palermo. Our last day of freedom.
Yeah, our last half hour of freedom, to be right.
Yeah, a few minutes to go. Few minutes to go, and this is another beautiful square named Piazza Bellini. So there is a theater, Teatro Bellini, just there. There is the beautiful Martorana church with a wonderful Arab-Norman watchtower and another symbol of Palermo, or two symbols of Palermo. I didn't realize there is also the cart. So we have the San Cataldo church with the typical red domes from the Arab period, and the beautiful cart of Santa Rosalia, Santa Rosalia cart. They used to celebrate Santa Rosalia in July,
The 14th.
July 14, and this is the cart.
A big procession along the castle.
It's so sad to see this empty square. So that's the back of Santa Caterina. Oh no, sorry, this is the main entrance.
Yes, the entrance.
This is the main entrance.
Let's sit there.
Yeah.
Say bye-bye, guys, because unfortunately we have to come back.
Here I am. Ok. Lo vuoi tenere tu?
Yes. Wait for me.
Oh, sorry. I didn't.
Guys, we are really sorry because we have no time to read the comments right now because we have the last 25 minutes to reach our home.
I want to thank everyone. Oh, they are so much.
Yeah,
no.
too many people.
Too many people, guys.
Yes, this is one of the best.
How many people? Josie, Tom, Susan, Cindy, Michelle, Katie,
Tom,
Gayan, Misty, Gloria, Michelle again, Roseanne, Donna. We have Misty again, Gloria, Janice,
another Donna,
Teresa,
Arlene, Francis Badalamenti, Teresa,
Grace. Guys, you are too much. Too much. Maria, Cheryl, Thomas, Terry. Oh, Annette. Wow, Antonia. Cindy, Josie, Frank Ragusa, Marie, Maria, Tom, J. Miller, Don again, another Maria, another Janice. Wow.
Let me thank again Frank because he is
Michela,
translating our website again.
Maria Carmela, another Tina, another Maria. Wow, another Donna, Renee, another Maria, Roseanne. Wow,
Mary,
Joanne. Wow, it's incredible. This is one of the most successful live broadcasts ever. Where are you, Rosella?
Guys, we love you.
Thank you so much for. What are you doing? Thank you so much for following us. Thank you so much for giving us your love. Sorry for my microphone. So we did it from the bottom of our heart. It was our last day of freedom. We didn't expect because actually the situation in Sicily is not so bad, but they are following a new rule. So they said if the amount of positive people is more than 500 each 100,000 of people, we have to stay in another lockdown. So in Palermo and in Catania, in the biggest Sicilian cities, we have this situation. So we have more than 500 sick people. They are not so much, but I know. We understand our government wants to be prudent, cautious, and so it's better to close everything again, to have another lockdown, and so we have to make another sacrifice.
To be patient, we have to be strong. And never give up, guys. Never give up. Now it's time to come back.
Now it's time to come back because we have just the time to come back to our house in Carini.
Yes.
And what else?
And nothing. we have to go right to the car. And then right to Carini.
Yeah, because at 10 o'clock p.m. they will start the lockdown again, and so we risk to be arrested, to be stopped by the policeman. So
guys, please, if you want to help us, don't forget to share this live broadcast and to invite your friends to follow us so we can have a larger community of Sicily lovers around the world. So help us to spread love for Sicily, and we love you.
And let me remember our friends to subscribe our YouTube channel. We will upload this live broadcast as always on YouTube, so you can see the broadcast from the starting point, from the Porta Nuova, because we walked whole Via Vittorio Emanuele, the most ancient street in Palermo. 27th century, 2700 of history, of heritage. So,
And don't forget to follow us also on Instagram, of course. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
if you didn't subscribe YouTube, do it now, please, because it's important for us to have a larger audience also on YouTube. And where else? We don't give up. Not like the Arabs on the Porta Nuova gate. We go ahead. We will never give up. So be sure that in the next days we will show you something more, something different. Not necessarily on the run, on the street, but we will do something for you.
Keep smiling.
That's the most important thing.
Be safe, be strong, because we love you, and we wait for you in Sicily.
they cannot steal our positive vibes, our soul, our energy. So we have just to be patient.
Love wins always.
Yeah. Love is the most infectious thing.
Yeah.
More than any virus.
Shine on, guys. Dear Sicily lovers, we love you.
And don't forget about the name of the the brand new website we are working to.
Guess.
Guess the name.
Comment below.
Rosella gave you a clue.
Yeah.
Just gave you a clue.
Yeah.
Dear Sicily lovers.
Yes. It's something related, maybe?
Perhaps. We don't know.
Ciao!
Guardate che bella, guardate che bella. Look at that, look at that.
Vedono all'incontrario, però.
Aspetta che ti giro, ti giro. Dove sei, dove sei?
Love, hugs and kisses from Palermo, from Sicily. God bless you. We love you. Ciao, dear Sicily lovers.
Ciao!
Hang in there.